Hey Pisces, good evening. I'm doing your life's purpose in a nutshell, meaning in 3 cards. It's going to be really general and yet super specific. It won't apply for everyone, of course not. The setup is 1 major arcana, and out of the minors I'm also going to draw 1 card. And then I'm drawing out of my makeshift deck 1 card, a keyword, and integrating all 3. So let's finally, I say finally because you're the 12th sign, and I am ending the series with you, of course. So let's see, in your case, Pisces, this card, you heard. The High Priestess. I'm sort of laughing because it is tied into the moon. So very dreamy. Sort of, it does kind of relate to your energy, Pisces. At least in that regards. Let's draw the minor and let's look at both before I keep that. One went flying. 2 of Swords. Okay, that's really interesting. 22. Okay, you're the 3rd sign. I had Libra, had 66. They had the Lovers and the 6 of Cups. I just did Aquarius. They had 77. They had the Chariot and the 7 of Swords. And you're the 3rd sign that gets, so 22. This is really special. So for you Pisces, right? February 22nd is within the Piscean. You would be Pisces if you're born February 22nd. This year is 2022. You know that when it was so February 22nd of 2022 is like the perfect like number, like dates anyways, and to have 22 here is like super cool. Okay, you know, both energies here, the High Priestess, it's not an action card. She's super quiet. She's deeply introspective. And the 2 of Swords is a status quo energy. So a place where it's like the eye of the storm. You know, the place where it's only quiet. It's quieter and the quietest in that spot. So amidst all of the what could be happening around you, and the High Priestess is also able to kind of close out or close off, I should say, from all the noise and all the because she's able to, I guess, deeply meditate, deeply study, deeply reflect. It's incredible that the 2 energies are working so hand in hand here. You know, even the glyph is like, this is weird because it's like the Roman numbers, and we have Roman numbers on this particular deck, but I mean the 2 swords are like the Roman numbers, so it's like 1111. It's kind of weird. This is really, in terms of numerology right now, this is like pretty intense in a good way. your life's purpose, there's something about being very, very, very devoted here. You could be devoted to a cause, you could be devoted to a field of study, you could be devoted to your own life's purpose, right? Like your vocation, of course. So, and I feel that it would be linked to one of the subjects that you study. And in this case, being the High Priestess, it points to anything that has to do with the occult, the mysteries of life, which is also very Piscean, to have an interest in everything that is metaphysical, that is outside the realms of, the everyday realities, or the hustle and bustle, like that's why I say it's the eye of the storm. It's a place where you're not involved with the activities of what composes everyone's life. I mean, not that you wouldn't be, I mean, of course you're gonna have to eat, you're gonna have to clothe yourself, bathe yourself, go to work, whatever. I mean, that's a given, but you realize that this person is able to remove themselves from all of that, almost seclude themselves too, right? Almost like kind of like a hermit energy, also almost like, I'm gonna say it, almost like a nun, or a priest, or a monk. Well, the hermit is like a monk, so it's the same energy, right? The fact that you are also solo, or mostly solitary. It's not an easy path. Not at all. But it's one you love, because of the riches of what you discover, because of the riches of the things that you tap into when you study, when you reflect, when you get the intuitions, the downloads. Because the High Priestess, she is at the subconscious level primarily, if not only. She has a direct access to like the unconscious, the collective unconscious. So that's very Piscean as well, like the depth of you can imagine the collective unconscious as this deep, deep, deep ocean, or deep, deep, deep space as well, right? And it's like both, it's almost like linking both. And that's why the passage, if you think that, the ocean is located on the earth, but it's like when you go deep into the ocean, you get closer to the core of the earth. And then if you want to reach space out of that particular place, you need to go to the surface of the earth, kind of like traverse or experience like the everyday life to reach what is outside of that reality. But it becomes like the surface of the earth becomes this transition or veil or meeting points or intersection between both realms of deep unconscious or extraordinary realities. Your life's purpose is very unique in that sense, because not everybody can walk this path. Not everybody chooses this path. Not everybody is able to accept this path, because it comes with being solitary, it comes with being misunderstood, most probably. I mean, because the high priestess would not reveal the secrets necessarily, right? And who can she talk to about that? Not many people, if any. Because there are things you cannot explain, especially on the subconscious level. You can only feel them. And so unless someone studies the same subjects, you cannot express those things fully, and language is too of a shortcoming to even get you there. So it's not an easy thing. Let me draw the makeshift card now. Okay, that's too many. There's 3. I'm gonna put them back. I think I'm gonna go for, maybe in this case, maybe 2, if ever they come out 2. Only 1. Ah, there's 2. I swear to God. Okay, Phil and jovial. Okay, so Phil is thread, and jovial is jovial, right? That's so funny. Because they were so perfectly on top one of another. I thought there was only 1. I'm actually glad that there's 2, just because of the 2 analogy here now. Plus we already saw 2, 2, and then 2. But anyways. The thread for me is the connections, the how you connect the dots, the invisible bonds, the fact that you're connected, right, to those immaterial realities or metaphysical aspects of life. It feels like the thread of in the story of the Minotaur, right? The fact that Ariane gave a thread for, I believe it's Thesis. I'm having a blank. I think it's, I forget the hero's name. Damn. Anyways, she gives a thread so that he's able to come out of the labyrinth. So it feels like this particular field, or the fact that you have been interested, or that esotericism would be part of your life as a continuous thread throughout your life, as something that you follow, and it's taking you through a maze, the maze being all the mysteries of life. And then the jovial part, that's, I guess I want to say it's almost like the bonus. That's life being really, really, really good to you, Pisces, because this is not an easy path, because you're all alone and you cannot really relate to anybody. Not that you can't ever, but in terms of following this particular thread and this field of study, and you will probably not have many people to share this with. So the bonus part is you get granted a lot of joy, because jovial, the root of the word jovial is joy. So you get granted some joy for yourself, right? To enjoy what you're doing. so that at least it becomes pleasurable for you, even if you're alone. That's a beautiful thing. Also, jovial comes from Jove. Jove is another name for Jupiter. Jupiter is one of the rulers of Pisces, the ancient or the older, the more traditional ruler of Pisces. So there's something about Jupiter for you here, and it's the joy part. It's the benefic. So the things that it's benevolent. So all of these words matter here because they soothe and they enrich your path, your life's purpose greatly. And they expand. Jupiter expands. It helps you expand your mind to be able to absorb all of this knowledge. Wow, what a reading. I love this. I'm so glad I sat down and did it. So if it resonated, please comment. This is my only ask really of you, because yes, you could share, you could like the video, of course subscribe. I'm gonna be really glad for that as well. But for this series, I'm really intent on hearing from you. I want to engage with you. I want to know what you thought and how you felt. So please do me the favor of commenting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good night.